And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Karl-Heinz Schmiel is known for some very, very powerful games, Die Macher and the Tribune. Now, he comes out with a game that actually is 20 years old. This is the 20th anniversary of it, a la Carte. Now, this game is anything but powerful, I suppose. This is a fun-looking game. When you open up, you find that it comes with little pans, and it comes with little seasoning cups, and it comes with a little stove. And you're wondering, did you happen to buy a toy set for kids? Well, the answer is yes, but it's also a game. Let's take a look at it. Here's what comes with the game. We see metal pans for each of the players. Nice little pans where there's a cardboard stove which is cut out to put down there with a little dial on the front of it to show how hot you're heating things. You have these little containers, and inside them you're going to be putting different condiments. Oregano, pepper, whatever the other two condiments are. Green, black, red, and yellow. But there's also a few clear condiments in each one. That's salt. And salt is no good. There's also Melody. You can see Melody fooling around with a trash can. And then there's different meals. Now, if you look at these meals, they are not what we would call delectable things to eat. I mean, here we have fish and chips, literally, and pizza, which looks like it might have come from a horror movie.
It's spaghetti, not pizza.
And here oh, delicious, oxtail. Always wanted to eat one of those. And so you decide on your turn, you pick a recipe. You can pick any color, as long as you haven't done one of that color yet. And so let's say I haven't done a red yet. So I take this flaming, whatever it's called, Tarte Flambe. Now, I should mention that the game currently is only available in German, but the English rules are available online, and they are very simple. You put that in your pan, and you are cooking that one. Now, how do you cook it? So let's take a look at this dish here, trying to make the capone. Now, I look at the bottom, and I need to have the heat for this dish needs to be between 2 and 4. You see the 5 there? If I heat this to 5 or higher, then this dish is burned. I also need 1 green, 1 black, and 1 red ingredient in this. And if I do so, I'm going to get 4 points. That's what the little number in the hat means. So on my turn, I have 3 actions. I have 3 spoons to show that I have these 3 actions. I use each spoon as I do an action. One of the actions can be heating up my stove. Now your stove initially starts at 0. But you roll a die, and it will show you what you get, how high you heat it when you roll that die. So let's say, for example, you roll this one, you heat it by 1, you heat it by 2, you heat it by 3, you heat it from 1 to 3. Everybody, if you do this one, heats their dish by 1, including yourself. And then this one gives you a coffee cup. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Another action you can take is by putting a seasoning in your dish. So here I need a red. So I take this red one, I take the lid off of it, and then I can shake it up as much as I want, but when I put the seasoning in, you simply turn it upside down and then back like this. Now, when I did that, you notice 2 reds fell in. Now, 2 reds is okay. Even whites aren't that big of a deal. However, if I ever get 3 of the same ingredient in a cup, I'm in severe trouble. So I put in some... Here, I turned over to black, and look, 3 came in. My dish has been ruined. When a dish is ruined, it is thrown into the trash. And over here we have the sink, and that's where we put all the ingredients that are used. And now I have to get another dish. Now let's say I had actually finished the dish. I didn't burn it, the temperature didn't go over, I got it to the right temperature and got the ingredients I needed. Then I get to keep this. Hurrah! I have a dish that's finished. If I got it exactly, in this instance, let's say I got 1 green, 1 black, and 1 red exactly. No extra ingredients at all. Then I get a star. Stars are worth extra points, and in fact, if you get 3 stars, you automatically win the game. Other than that, the game is over when one person has made 5 entrees, or when we run out of something or other. I mentioned coffee cups earlier. These are special. Basically, you can play these, and you get another action. I can season someone else's pan. Ha ha ha. I can turn up my heat a little bit more. And so the coffee cups can be used, and when they're used, they're placed on the used side. Another neat thing that this game has is another special dish, the crepe. And when you take a crepe, you simply put the crepe in the pan. But instead of seasoning the pan, you are going to have to flip it in the pan. So, Okay, Melody caught it, but it didn't flip. So each turn, you have 2 shots to do it. If you pull it off, then it's finished. Otherwise, you wait till next turn. But each turn, you also have to roll the heat die, and if you ever heat it up too much, then it's ruined. And so there's a bit of a dexterity. Ah!
I did it!
All right, good job. So you finish the crepe, and then we can go on and make more. And so the whole game is about cooking. There's some dexterity, and there's some luck, and there's some strategy, and it's all mixed together. You know, many times people accuse us board gamers of playing with toys, and in this case, they're true, and in this case, I don't care. As soon as I saw this game on the internet years ago, I've been looking for it, but it's been out of print. Now that it's back in print, they've done so with really nice components. In fact, Melody was asking if, we didn't like the game, if she could just keep the stuff to play with it. But I actually like the game. It's more of a silly game than anything else, but the idea of flipping the stuff, of pouring out the ingredients and hoping the right number falls out, rolling the die, being able to even attack your opponents, mess up their dishes, all of it works together, and the game only takes about 45 minutes. What do you think of the game?
Really fun.
What's your favorite thing about it?
Seeing other people ruin their dish.
Okay, well, my mean daughter, for me, the best part is trying to flip those crepes. I get a real big kick out of that, but I also like just these ingredients, dishes, and how that all works out. Anyway, if this looks neat to you, you're going to like it. If you're looking at it right now going, that's a game, with your nose in the air, then please leave. Let us fun people have a good time with this game.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.